Welcome back to Talentless Creations. Uh, so I thought I'd just do a recap every week of kind of what I've learned and my goals for this week and versus my goals for next week type of thing, and if I met those goals. Um, so we'll get started here. And this one's going to be a little bit longer just because it's the first week of the channel, but it's the first sections are going to be about the game, and the second section is going to be about goals, and the third is going to be kind of why I've made the channel um, and some analytics about it, just because it's interesting to me. So I kind of glossed over the game concept in I believe it was the second video. Um, what I'm at this point, what the game is going to be a third-person RPG. I'm hoping to have like the HUD be limited or at least or not there, similar to like Dead Space or games like that, to make it more atmospheric. Um, Most of the ideas and weapons and bosses you're going to fight are going to be influenced by characters in the Bible. Um, it's something that I've already been working on that you've seen. The health system is going to be based around light and the lantern that you're holding. So when the lantern goes out, you die type of system there. Um, and then when you I'm not sure if it's going to be that you pick up scriptures at certain points in the game, or if the enemies are going to have like ripped up pieces of scripture that you'll like go to a sanctuary or something of that sort to repair to get like a level up. And that's going to be like increase like the D&D stats, intelligence, dexterity, things of that sort to improve speed and uh, and things like that. Uh, the set of armor is going to uh, I don't think I'm going to make it customizable at this point quite yet. Um, but each set of armor, or each part of the armor is going to have a skill tied to it. So each armor, or piece of armor will have like a skill tree. Only certain skills can go into each piece of armor, and that way the piece of armor will glow or give you some sort of indication when the cooldown is finished. Um, and I think once you have the full suit of armor, you'll get ultimates that cause the entire armor to cool down. Um, so I feel like that's going to be a pretty fun idea there. Uh, And then the area, or I don't know if it's going to be more open world or if it's going to be level by level, but each area is going to have a theme around it. So maybe it's um, like you go into like a temple or a coliseum that like has a bunch of gold and stuff, and it's going to be and you're going to fight the boss of greed type of thing. Um, and yep, there's a boss at the end of each level, um, and so that's my basic game concepts here. Um, I don't. I'm having some trouble figuring out what the enemies are going to be. I do plan to make them like shadow creatures. Um, I'm having trouble figuring out the kind of mechanisms to make them unique and interesting to fight. Uh, So I'll be thinking about that here shortly. This is just a timeline of what I kind of did throughout the week. Uh, day uh, Day zero is the documentation. Um, we uh, You saw the video. It's like the first introduction to the channel. It shows what documents I filled out and things of that sort. Um, and day one, I filled out the documents, and then I also was attaching just a basic light to the creator or the player. Um, and Day two, I started to try to attach just a an actual like lamp to the player, and and because I was having some bugs with the camera, I ended up finding some really good tutorials on making the camera look a little bit better from where it was. So I ended up fixing the camera there too. Day three was I was creating the health system, um, making it to where the lantern went out when you went to zero health there. Um, Day four was fixing the light or the health system, trying to make it to where you could actually tell when the lantern was going out because I had an issue with the intensity was lowering, but it seemed like you couldn't really notice it. Um, and then the last day was just kind of watching tutorials on AI scripting, and it's it seems very complicated. It's a little bit discouraging on how complicated it is because I was pretty excited that I was able to get the light finished in less than a week. Um, but the AI scripts are kind of a whole new beast there. Um, my goals are like, this is kind of my goals from last week, which I mentioned a little bit on the channel, but I didn't actually kind of list out here. I wanted to work at least 1 hour per day on this game, um, which worked out because I worked out about or I worked 11 hours or so. I need to be better about counting the hours that I'm actually working because I think I actually worked a little bit more than that. Um, Trying to get like a good game concept down that I can start working on, and we and I did that, and also getting an enemy that will attack the player. I didn't actually complete this goal. I do have a box that will when you jump on it, it removes the health, but that was still a goal that I didn't actually complete there. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. So my goals for the next week is creating enemies at have at least two types of enemies, maybe like a ranged enemy or an a melee enemy. I do want to work on the skill system next week, and I want to work on the ability for the player to pick stuff up, um, whether that be like a E to interact type of a pickup system, or if we just can run over the boxes to pick them up, would be nice too. Um, the what I ended up having issues with last week is I obsessed over the game a little bit too much. So there was times that I went to bed like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, and I do work a full-time job, so I was definitely exhausted during those times. And there was a few days there that I actually forgot to eat, uh, and so I definitely need to make sure that I don't do that next week or this next week here. Um, and I was exhausted, and this kind of goes with my last video, but I was exhausted yesterday. I was actually supposed to record this video yesterday, but I ended up just kind of sleeping and listening to music for the most part of that day, which should have been my day that I did a lot of game design stuff because it was my weekend. Um, but So I'm gonna try to work on that and try and make sure that I don't if I go to bed I go to bed at 1 a.m. even if I am in the middle of something. Make sure that I eat before I actually start doing this game design stuff, or else, sometimes I just run out of times. And then just I've been neglecting things around my house. I forgot to go grocery shopping, things of that sort. So just kind of get a list together of things I need to do. Like certain days I need to do certain things and things of that sort, so that it doesn't uh, end up causing me to burn out quickly. Um, that's so that's pretty much my goals here. Um, this next section is the channel section. It's really just kind of a because I it's listening to my first video, I definitely feel like I was nervous and I didn't make talking points for myself, and so I was kind of all over the place. Um, so I made this channel because it's been a channel I've had an idea for a while now. But at this point, it's really just documenting my journey through creating a game. Um, the uh, the reason I've been wanting to make this channel for a while is because I have a tendency to try to make things perfect. Um, and what ends up happening is I keep tweaking this small little thing over and over again until it either becomes perfect or I get so fed up with that I just I feel like I'm not talented enough to do whatever I'm trying to create, and then I just give up. And and that's kind of the opposite of what this channel is. This channel is to kind of embrace that imperfection and understand that when talent's not really inherited, it's earned. It it it's just a combination of a lot of hard work and things that people do behind the scenes and that we don't get to see. So it makes it look like these people are magically able to draw these awesome pictures or are magically able to make these games when really they probably struggled just as much or more than what we do. Um, and so uh, the reason I created this channel is because I feel like a lot of people will struggle with that, trying to make things perfect, and then just giving up on what they're passionate about for a while, and I go through cycles and I try it again, and then I fail, and then I try again. So I was hoping to create like a community of people that kind of show off what they're passionate about, and even if the project isn't perfect, uh, kind of, and just kind of have a community there for that. Um, if you're interested in that, then that's awesome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and if you have a pat or a project that you're working on, I would love to see like some pictures of it or something of that sort. Um, what I plan to do on this channel is to upload daily. Um, and you've seen my videos if you've seen them at this point. I don't do any kind of editing for the most part. I do cut off like the end and beginning of things just because sometimes my recording software will mess up and it won't stop recording. Um, I and I'll plan to do like a recap like I'm doing right now for everything that I've accomplished in the week. And I plan to have like different projects and projects that I really have no idea how to actually do and kind of show my journey of learning the projects and failing and continuing to learn. Because I think a lot of YouTubers don't show that mostly because it's not good content and if it's not good content, then it's going to hurt the channel. Um, and I'm not doing this channel for any kind of money or anything of that sort, so I'm completely fine with it not having good content on it. uh, which brings me to the next point. I plan to keep the videos up on my channel, like my first video, which is horrible. Even if there isn't, even if it's not very clear what I'm trying to get at uh, how um, how well it's worded. I do re-record things sometimes when I'm just like that's not understandable at all. But if it's posted on the channel, then it'll stay posted on the channel. Um, things like titles and thumbnails I've changed already, just because the um, it's a little bit more organized that way. Um, and I just plan to be upfront and honest about the failures I encounter throughout the projects or even the YouTube channel, which is um, what I'm coming into next here. So I'm going to go into my analytics and views and things of that sort. Uh, it's funny because I watch a lot of entertainment YouTubers, and I'm like, oh man, you post a YouTube channel and you're gonna get at least 100 views. I mean, it's like a given to do that. Um, and or like you're gonna get at least 10 subscribers. When I started this, and let me show you my analytics here. So so far, all my videos have like less than 10 views each, um, which is which honestly is better than when I planned this video. There was like one or two of my videos that got like 3 views, and the rest had zero. Um, and I find the analytics of the channel cool. Um, it shows me what days I had watch time and things of that sort, and who my new viewers are, and or not who my new viewers are, if I had new viewers or returning viewers, which is pretty cool here. It's the kind of depressing part of it is when I look at well, that's not posted yet. When I look at channel or these things that I've created, when I go to the analytics and check to reach, this says that this has only been sent to one person, which is great because it looks like it has one person actually viewed it. But so YouTube's not even pushing my videos out here. Um, and the average watch or view duration of it is 30 seconds. And that's kind of where most of my videos are. Is I was actually really happy about one video that looked like someone watched all the way through, because I've been looking at this, and for mo the most part, all my videos, people have not watched it all the way through. Or I think normally it's like watch 10 seconds of it and kind of clicked off, which I mean, I don't blame them because to be honest, I'm still learning, and I use a lot of ums and things of that sort. So it's so the YouTube channel growing it's really a kind of an interesting expectation versus reality, because I didn't think that there were channels that didn't YouTube wouldn't even push out the content for. Um, and that's where we're kind of at this point. So I don't know how much time I'm going to dedicate to uh, finding out what the algorithm likes, because to be honest, this isn't a channel about content. It's just a channel about sharing the experience of pretty much starting from not really knowing anything about a subject to not to creating something with that subject. But yeah, that's pretty much it in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do have any kind of ideas of maybe how I could articulate myself better, or structure these videos a little better to where they'd be more understandable, just let me know. And have a great rest of your day, and hopefully, it should be coming out on Monday, so hopefully a great week ahead. Thank you.